Hello and welcome to tonight's SBC News. For the accused in the missing $50 million case, today's court session revolved around the defense's preparation for the accused as well as other demands relating to the preparation of their defense. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Ronnie Govindan, has ordered that the ACCS provides those in detention with a laptop so that they can prepare their defense. They will, however, not have access to Wi-Fi.
The Valabji couple has also asked the court the possibility for them to meet and prepare their defense together. The court has also granted this demand. The time and place will be determined by the detention authorities. These are the demands made by those in detention, including Mrs. Valabji, who represented herself, and Mr. Valabji through his lawyer, France Bonté. Upon the request of the ACCS lawyer, Tony Juliette, Mr. and Mrs. Valabji and Lizzie Benoiton were remanded for a further 14 days. Mrs. Renée also remains in custody as she is yet to meet the bail requirements. Whilst the bail conditions for Mr. Lusolalan remains the same, expect that from now on he will check in at the police station weekly rather than daily. The bail condition of Lekanae has also remained the same. All 6 of them will reappear before the courts on the 18th of this month. They are expected to take their plea by March the 4th next month, a provisory date suggested by the ACCS. As to the 7th suspect, who was also arrested in the missing $50 million case, a financial controller at the Seychelles Marketing Board during the time that Mr. Valabji oversaw the company, was released on the request of the ACCS, but he remains the subject of the investigation. The 8th suspect, who was a senior officer in a company belonging to Mr. Valabji, she continues to be detained in connection to the disappearance of the $50 million, and she will appear before the court on February 7 next week. In the case of the illegal possession of arms, suspects will appear before the court on the 11th of this month.
Witnesses in the murder case of Emmanuel Badzibanga have started to give their evidence in court today. Emmanuel was found dead in her hotel room at the Club Med on Setan Island in April last year, and it is her boyfriend at the time, Thomas Desbaptistes, who stands accused in the case. The first witness to appear was a doctor who responded to the scene and pronounced Emmanuel dead. He stated that there were obvious marks around her neck and upon close examination could feel what he believes to be a broken bone in the neck, both signs leading to a strangulation of some sort. Another witness was a scientific support officer of the Seychelles police who gave descriptions of the photos he shot at the scene. Present in court were 2 foreigners. One is Emmanuel's uncle and the other a French lawyer who is supposedly here on goodwill on Desbaptistes' side. The President of the Republic of Wavelram Calawan will deliver his State of the Nation address before the National Assembly on Tuesday, the 22nd of February. The address will mark the beginning of the working session of the National Assembly for this year. Such event is in line with Article 65 of the Constitution. The address will be live on SBC 1 and Radio Cécile. Relatives, friends and acquaintances bid farewell to the late Vice President Joseph Belmont this afternoon. The funeral service was held at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception and presided over by the Chancellor of the Diocese of Port Victoria, Father Edwin Mathiot, a close friend of the late Mr. Belmont. Bishop Alain Harel and other members of the clergy were also present. Upon arrival at the cathedral, Mr. Belmont's remains was greeted by guards of honor. Vice President Ahmed Afif was representing the government at the ceremony. Ex-President Danny Faure and colleague ministers of Mr. Belmont also attended the ceremony. Mr. Belmont, who has worked for some 40 years in the public service, where he retired as Vice President of the Republic in June 2010, aged 63. He passed away last Friday, the 28th of January, at the age of 74. He leaves behind his wife, Christiane, children Karine and Karl, 2 adopted children, and a granddaughter. His body has been laid to rest in the Montfleury Cemetery in the tomb of his late stepfather, Antoine Botsua. VP Belmont has been described as a true son of Seychelles, humble, honest, modest, a man of integrity and calm, amongst other good qualities. Seychelles and Mauritius have started discussions on ways both countries can benefit to the maximum from the fisheries industry. The minister responsible for fisheries in Mauritius, Sudé Modhu, met with the Seychelles Fisheries Minister, Jean-François Ferrari, this morning. A revision of the fisheries bilateral agreement signed by both countries in 2005, research work to identify species the countries can make the most of, and to present a united front in the next Indian Ocean Tuna Commission meeting are a few points of discussion on the agenda. Minister Modhu, who will be here for 1 week, will also be visiting developments Seychelles has made in the industry, especially in artisanal and semi-industrial fishing, an area that is not so developed in Mauritius. The leader of United Seychelles has said that the cost of living is high and that the LDS government was fooling the people. Dr. Patrick Emini made the comment during the party's first press conference for the year. He criticized several decisions that the government has implemented regarding the cost of living. Dr. Emini said the brunt was being felt by the most vulnerable in the country. He said the price of commodities were high and social assistance has been reduced as a result, depriving many children from their school snacks. He also said that civil servants were being victimized and that there was government interference in the work of the judiciary and other institutions. The press conference was held at the International Conference Center, and also present was the deputy leader of the party, Jacqueline Dugas. Those are our main stories so far this Friday evening. Join me again at 8. Next on SBC will be Paris dans 15, which will be followed by Paradise FM Chart Attack. Bye for now.